Be me, 20, professional virgin, and social catastrophe with zero game, attending State University, where my biggest achievement is successfully ordering pizza without stuttering. Have this friend named Riley from my psych class, who's basically everything I'm not. Confident, smart, and actually talks to people without breaking into nervous sweats. She's got that whole alternative vibe going with short hair, flannel shirts, and Doc Martens that somehow look effortlessly cool. We start hanging out regularly because she's one of the few people who doesn't immediately write me off as a hopeless case. You're actually pretty funny when you're not trying so hard, she tells me one day while we're studying. Take this as the highest compliment I've received in my entire pathetic existence. Start developing feelings because apparently my brain confuses basic human kindness with romantic interest. She's always talking about how guys at this school are trash and how dating is pointless. All men are the same, she says, just looking for one thing and then they ghost you. My naive brain thinks this is her way of saying she wants a nice guy like me. Decide to shoot my shot during one of our coffee study sessions. Riley, I say, trying to sound confident, I was thinking maybe we should try dating. She looks at me with this expression I can't quite read. You know what? She says after a pause. Sure, let's give it a try. Nearly choke on my latte because I was expecting rejection, not agreement. Really? I ask, probably sounding way too excited. Yeah, why not? She shrugs. You're sweet and we get along well. Walk back to my dorm feeling like I just won the lottery and solved world hunger simultaneously. Text my roommate Marcus immediately. Dude, I have a girlfriend now. His response, bullshit pics or it didn't happen. Start dating Riley officially and everything seems perfect at first. She introduces me to her friends as her boyfriend, which makes my ego inflate like a goddamn balloon. We go to movies together, study together, even hold hands walking across campus. Her friends seem genuinely surprised but welcoming when they meet me. Wow, Riley, you actually found someone normal, says her friend Alex with a smirk. Take this as another compliment. Even though something about the way she said it feels weird, notice Riley never really seems interested in getting physical beyond basic hand-holding and quick hugs. When I try to kiss her goodnight after our third date, she turns her head so I get her cheek instead. I'm just taking things slow, she explains. I want to build an emotional connection first. Respect her boundaries because I'm not a complete Neanderthal. Plus, I've waited 20 years, so what's a little longer? Weeks go by and we still haven't even properly kissed. Start wondering if maybe she's just really traditional or has some kind of trauma. Bring it up carefully during one of our walks. Hey, are we okay? I ask, like, are you comfortable with me? Of course, she says. You're perfect, actually. Exactly what I needed. The way she says what I needed instead of what I wanted should have been a red flag, but my brain glosses over it. Start noticing other weird things about our relationship. She always wants to hang out in public places or with other people around. Never invites me to her apartment even though I've mentioned wanting to see her place. When we're alone, she seems distracted and checks her phone constantly. Her texting habits are weird too, like she's always messaging someone but won't say who. Just family stuff, she says when I ask about it. Meanwhile, her friends keep making these inside jokes I don't understand. How's your cover story going? Alex asks Riley one day when she thinks I can't hear. Riley shushes her quickly and changes the subject. My oblivious brain assumes they're talking about some class project. About 2 months into our relationship, Riley starts getting really affectionate in public. Suddenly she's all over me whenever we're around other people, especially guys, holds my hand tighter, sits closer to me, even puts her arm around me. At first, I think she's finally warming up to me romantically, but then I notice she only does this when certain people are around, specifically when this girl named Dakota is nearby. Dakota is this gorgeous brunette who always seems to be wherever Riley is. They have this weird energy between them. Lots of meaningful looks and inside jokes. Who's Dakota? I ask Riley one day after seeing them whispering together. Just a friend from my sociology class, Riley says, but she won't make eye contact. Start paying more attention to their interactions and holy shit, the pieces start falling into place. The way Dakota looks at Riley is the same way I look at Riley. The way Riley lights up when Dakota texts her is the same way I light up when Riley texts me. Realize I might be the dumbest person on campus, which is saying something considering the business majors exist. Decide to test my theory by suggesting a double date. We should hang out with Dakota and whoever she's dating, I suggest casually. Riley gets this panicked look. Dakota's not dating anyone right now. Maybe we could set her up with Marcus, I continue. He's single. No, Riley says way too quickly. Dakota's not interested in dating guys. The way she says it makes everything click into place like the world's most obvious puzzle. Spend the next few days observing their behavior with my newfound awareness. Catch them holding hands when they think no one's looking. See Dakota kiss Riley's forehead after class one day. Notice how Riley's whole demeanor changes when Dakota's around, like she becomes a completely different person. Confront Riley about it during our next coffee date. "Riley, are you gay?" I ask straight up. She nearly spits out her drink. "What? Why would you ask that?" "Because you're obviously into Dakota," I say, "and our relationship makes zero sense otherwise." She stares at me for a long moment, probably deciding whether to keep lying. "Okay, fine," she finally admits. "Dakota and I are together." "Then what the hell am I?" I ask, feeling confused and slightly betrayed. "You're my beard," she says like it's the most obvious thing in the world. "You're what now?" She explains that a beard is a fake boyfriend to make people think you're straight. "But why?" I ask, still not understanding. Turns out her parents are super religious and would disown her if they found out she's gay. They've been pressuring her to get a boyfriend, so she needed someone safe and non-threatening. "You were perfect," she says. "Nice, harmless, and clearly desperate enough to go along with anything." The clearly desperate comment stings more than it should. "So this whole relationship has been fake?" I ask. "Not fake," she corrects. "Just not romantic. I do care about you as a friend." Feel like I've been living in some kind of elaborate social experiment for 2 months. "Why didn't you just tell me?" I ask. "Because then it wouldn't have looked genuine," she explains. "You had to believe it was real." Realize I've been getting played harder than a violin at a classical concert. "So all those times you said I was sweet and perfect." "You are sweet," she says, "sweetly naive and perfectly gullible." Damn, even her compliments are actually roasts. Ask her what happens now that I know the truth. "Well, you could keep being my beard," she suggests. "It's working out great for everyone." "Everyone except me," I point out. "Come on," she says. "You're getting girlfriend experience without any of the actual expectations." "I wanted the expectations," I tell her. "That's kind of the point of dating." She rolls her eyes. "You'll find someone eventually, probably someone more your speed." "What's that supposed to mean?" "Someone less intimidating," she says with a smirk. Getting roasted by my fake girlfriend is a new low, even for me. Tell her I need time to think about this whole situation. Walk back to my dorm feeling like I just discovered Santa Claus isn't real, except worse because at least Santa brings presents. Marcus takes one look at my face and knows something's wrong. "Let me guess," he says. "She dumped you." "Worse," I tell him. "She was never actually dating me in the first place." Explain the whole beard situation and he just starts laughing. "Dude, you're the most oblivious person alive," he says between laughs. "Thanks for the support," I say sarcastically. "No, seriously," he continues. "How did you not notice she's obviously gay?" Think back to all the signs I missed and realize I'm probably beyond help. The flannel shirts, the Doc Martens, the complete lack of physical affection, her extensive knowledge of women's soccer, and her strong opinions about U-Haul lesbians. The fact that she's never once checked out a guy, but her eyes follow every attractive woman on campus. In my defense, I tell Marcus, I thought she was just really into fashion and sports. He laughs even harder. "Bro, she literally has a rainbow bracelet." Look back at all our photos together, and sure enough, there's the pride bracelet in every single picture. Feel like the biggest idiot in the history of higher education. Decide to sleep on it and figure out what to do tomorrow. Next day. Riley texts me asking if I've made a decision about continuing our arrangement. "What do I get out of this?" I text back. "Continued access to my friend group and social credibility," she responds. "Plus Dakota thinks you're cute, so maybe she'll set you up with one of her straight friends." The idea of dating someone from their friend group after this disaster seems like a terrible plan. "How long would this fake relationship need to continue?" I ask. "Just until graduation," she says. "Then we can have a mutual breakup." That's 2 more years of pretending to date someone who's actually dating someone else. But then again, it's not like I have any other romantic prospects on the horizon. My dating record speaks for itself. 0 successful relationships and counting. At least this way I get to pretend I'm normal for a while longer. Text her back. "Fine, but I want some ground rules." "Such as?" "No more comments about me being desperate or gullible," I type. "Deal, but you have to actually act like a convincing boyfriend in public." "What does that mean?" "More physical affection, talking me up to other people, posting couple photos on social media. Realize I'm essentially agreeing to become a professional actor in the world's most elaborate lie." And what about your actual relationship with Dakota? I ask. What about it? Do I have to pretend not to know? Obviously, she responds. The whole point is that it stays secret. Agree to her terms because apparently I have no self-respect left to lose. Spend the next few weeks perfecting my fake boyfriend performance. Hold her hand more convincingly, post cheesy couple photos with captions about how lucky I am. Even learn to compliment her outfits without sounding like I'm reading from a script. The weird part is, our fake relationship actually feels more genuine now that I know it's fake. We can hang out without the pressure of romantic expectations. She gives me dating advice and helps me understand why my previous attempts at flirting were so catastrophically bad. You come on way too strong, she tells me, like aggressively desperate. Thanks, that's exactly what my confidence needed to hear. I'm trying to help you, she laughs. Subtlety is key. Meanwhile, watching her interact with Dakota when she thinks no one's looking is actually kind of sweet. They're genuinely happy together, and Riley deserves that, even if it means I'm stuck in this weird situation. Start to understand why she needed a beard in the first place. Meet her parents during family weekend, and holy shit, they're intense. Her dad immediately starts grilling me about my major, career plans, and whether I plan to marry his daughter. We're just taking things slow, sir, I tell him, using my most polite voice. Good, he says. She doesn't need any distractions from her studies. Her mom keeps asking about grandchildren, and when we're planning to get engaged, Riley kicks me under the table when I start to answer honestly. Managed to get through the weekend without blowing our cover. Her parents love me because I'm exactly the kind of safe, boring guy they want their daughter dating. You're perfect for her, her mom tells me. So stable and mature. If only they knew their daughter was actually dating a women's studies major with a nose ring. After her parents leave, Riley actually thanks me. That was really convincing, she says. You're getting good at this. Years of pretending to be normal finally paying off, I joke. Our arrangement continues through the rest of the semester and into the next year. Become surprisingly good friends, which is weird considering how this all started. She helps me with my actual dating life by pointing out when girls are actually interested in me. That girl from your chemistry class has been staring at you for 10 minutes, she'll whisper during study sessions. No way, I'll whisper back. Trust me, I know what interested looks like. Her wingwoman skills are actually incredible, probably because she understands both sides of attraction. Help her and Dakota plan secret dates and cover for them when needed. Become an expert at creating alibis and managing their social media presence. It's like being a relationship manager for someone else's love life. The whole situation is ridiculous, but somehow it works. By senior year, I've actually had a few real dates thanks to Riley's coaching. Nothing serious, but at least I'm not a complete disaster anymore. You've improved significantly, Riley tells me, after I successfully ask out a girl from my philosophy class. High praise coming from my fake girlfriend. Ex-fake girlfriend, she corrects. We graduate in 2 months. Realize our arrangement is almost over, and I'm actually going to miss this weird friendship. What happens after graduation? I ask. Dakota and I are moving to Portland together, she says. We can finally be open about everything. And our epic romance comes to an end? Most amicable breakup in history, she laughs. Spend our last few weeks as fake couple planning our fake breakup story. Decide to go with mutual decision to focus on our careers, because it sounds mature. Post a thoughtful breakup announcement on social media about how we'll always care about each other. Her parents call to make sure we're okay and offer relationship counseling. Have to convince them that sometimes people just grow apart. The day before graduation, Riley pulls me aside. I know this whole thing was weird, she says, but you really helped me figure out who I am. And you helped me figure out how to talk to women without embarrassing myself. We make a good team, she says, just not romantically. Obviously, considering you're gay and I'm apparently everyone's safe backup option. She laughs. You're going to find someone who actually appreciates you. Preferably someone who's actually attracted to men. That would be a good start. Graduation comes and goes, and just like that, our fake relationship officially ends. Riley and Dakota move to Portland and they start posting actual couple photos for the first time. They look genuinely happy, which makes the whole bizarre experience feel worth it. Meanwhile, I'm single again, but with significantly better social skills that feel when you realize you learned more about relationships from a fake one than most people do from real ones. My face. When I check Riley's Instagram and see her and Dakota got engaged, send them a congratulations message and get invited to their wedding. Attend as a friend and watch Riley marry the person she actually loves. During her speech, she mentions how grateful she is for friends who supported her journey, make eye contact with me and winks, which makes me tear up slightly. That feel when your fake ex-girlfriend's wedding is more emotionally fulfilling than any of your real relationships. Beamy 21 somehow managed to convince a woman to date me against all odds. Girlfriend Cassie used to be this petite girl who could barely finish a kid's meal at McDonald's. 6 months ago, she was like 110 pounds, soaking wet, could wear my hoodies like dresses. Fast forward to now, and she's gained probably 40 pounds, maybe more. Not gonna lie, still think she's cute, but her personality has done a complete 180. Used to be sweet and shy, now she's basically turned into a sassy demon who roasts me daily, sitting on the couch playing some weeb game when she walks in with grocery bags. "What's for dinner?" I ask without looking up from my Switch. She drops the bags dramatically. "Oh, I don't know, maybe the same thing that's been cooking all week." What's that supposed to mean? Absolutely nothing, because you haven't cooked a damn thing, you useless otaku. Damn, when did she learn to burn me this efficiently? Try to defend myself. I made ramen yesterday. Cup noodles don't count as cooking, you absolute walnut. She's not wrong, but the audacity is incredible. Later that week, we're at the mall and she's trying on clothes. Everything's getting too small and she's getting progressively more irritated. "This stupid store must have changed their sizing," she mutters. Bite my tongue because suggesting maybe she's the variable that changed seems dangerous. Clerk comes over. "Do you need a larger size?" Cassie's eye twitches. "No, I need stores to stop making clothes smaller." Poor clerk backs away slowly, probably sensing the impending doom. We leave without buying anything and she's silent the whole car ride. Finally speak up. "Maybe we could go to the gym together sometime." She slowly turns her head toward me like she's in a horror movie. "Are you saying I need to go to the gym?" "No, I'm saying we could go to the gym." "So you think I'm fat?" "This is a trap. This is definitely a trap. I think you're beautiful no matter what." "That's not what I asked, you coward." Damn, she's gotten really good at these interrogations. "I think you look great," I try again. "But you suggested the gym. For both of us, for health." She stares at me for 10 seconds. "Fine, but if you can't keep up with me, I'm trading you in for someone who actually lifts." Her smile is somehow both sweet and terrifying. Next day, she drags me to the gym at 6 a.m. like some kind of fitness psychopath. She's wearing workout clothes that are very tight. "Ready to see what peak performance looks like?" she asks, watch in horror as she loads more weight onto the leg press than I can even deadlift. She starts pumping out reps like she's been training for the Olympics. Meanwhile, I'm struggling with the empty barbell, looking like a complete amateur. "Need help there, string bean?" she calls out loud enough for everyone to hear. Other gym bros are trying not to laugh while I'm getting absolutely humiliated by my own girlfriend. She moves to the squat rack and starts loading plates. "Spot me," she demands. "I don't think I can lift that much if you fail." "Then I guess you better hope I don't fail." She proceeds to squat my body weight for multiple reps while maintaining eye contact. It's simultaneously intimidating and somehow attractive. After the workout, she's barely sweating while I look like I got hit by a truck. "Same time tomorrow?" she asks sweetly. "I think I'm gonna die." "Only if you're lucky," she grins ominously. Couple weeks later, we're watching anime and she's commentary is getting increasingly unhinged. "This protagonist is such a wimp," she says during Attack on Titan. "He's supposed to be relatable." "Relatable to who? You?" Ouch, direct hit to my self-esteem. "At least he's trying to save humanity." "So am I, starting with saving you from your terrible taste in waifus." She points at my figure collection. "Half of these girls look like they need a sandwich. They're perfectly proportioned. For stick insects, maybe." Realize she's probably projecting about her own body changes. Try to be supportive. You know you don't have to change anything about yourself, right? Who said anything about changing? I'm evolving. Evolving into what? Your worst nightmare if you keep questioning me. She flexes while saying this, which makes it infinitely more intimidating. The mixed signals are giving me whiplash. Next week, she starts a new diet that consists entirely of foods I hate. Quinoa, kale, things that taste like punishment. "We're eating clean now," she announces. "What's wrong with pizza and chicken nuggets?" "Everything, you man-child." She cooks this elaborate, healthy meal that somehow tastes amazing. "This is actually really good." Of course it is. I'm good at everything I put my mind to. The confidence is through the roof now. She's also started working out every day and getting noticeably stronger. Can now open jars I struggle with. Carries all the groceries in one trip. Caught her doing push-ups in the living room while watching Netflix. How many is that? 57. 57 push-ups. 57 more than you did today. She's not wrong, but damn, decide to surprise her with her favorite dessert from this fancy bakery. Spend way too much money on some artisanal chocolate thing. Present it to her proudly. Thought you might want a cheat day treat. She looks at the dessert, then at me, then back at the dessert. Are you trying to sabotage my progress? No, I was trying to be nice. By bringing me sugar and refined carbs? By bringing you something you like. She picks up the dessert, examines it carefully. You know what? You're right. Takes a huge bite. This is delicious. Relief washes over me until she continues. But now you owe me an extra hour at the gym tomorrow. Me? Why do I owe you gym time? Because you're the one who brought temptation into this house. That doesn't make any sense. Neither does your haircut, but we all make sacrifices. Goddamn. Her roasting skills have reached professional levels. A month later, we're at a party, and some drunk guy starts hitting on her. Hey, beautiful. Want to dance? She looks him up and down. With what? Your personality? Guy persists. Come on, don't be like that. Like what? Standards having? He gets more aggressive. Your boyfriend's right there. Show some respect. She laughs. Respect? For you? I have more respect for expired milk. Guy makes the mistake of reaching for her arm. She grabs his wrist, and I swear I hear something crack. Touch me again, and I'll use you as a dumbbell. Guy scurries away, rubbing his wrist, and I'm equal parts terrified and impressed. Remind me never to get on your bad side. Too late for that, you're already there. Wait, what did I do? Exist, mostly. She kisses my cheek, which somehow makes the insult worse. These emotional whiplash moments are becoming a daily occurrence. She started critiquing my anime choices with increasing brutality. This show is trash and so is your taste. It's a classic. Classic garbage. Millions of fans disagree. Millions of fans are wrong. She's not entirely incorrect, but her delivery is savage. Try to get her to watch something we both might enjoy, put on Demon Slayer, thinking the action might appeal to her new aggressive personality. Finally, someone who actually trains instead of whining about friendship. So you like it? I like that they're not weak. Unlike me? Your words, not mine. She's mastered the art of the non-denial. A couple months pass and she's basically transformed into an Amazonian warrior goddess. Stronger than me, more confident than me, definitely scarier than me, but also somehow more attractive than when we started dating. Watching her deadlift while wearing yoga pants is a religious experience. Stop staring at my ass and add more weight to this bar. Yes, ma'am. That's better. At least you're learning obedience. She winks, which makes it unclear if she's serious or not. Realize our entire relationship dynamic has completely flipped. She's become the dominant one in every possible way. Not complaining exactly, but it's definitely an adjustment. Friends start commenting on how different she looks. Cassie's looking substantial, my buddy Derek says diplomatically. Substantial? Thick, bro, like impressively thick. He's not wrong, she's gone from stick figure to curvy powerhouse. She could probably bench press, you know. Probably? Dude, she definitely can. Derek looks concerned. And you're okay with that? Honestly, it's kind of hot. You're weird, man. Maybe I am weird, but watching her transform from shy wallflower to confident badass has been amazing. Even if she does threaten to use me as workout equipment on a daily basis. Tee-hee, Anon, just kidding, she always adds. But the way she smiles when she says it suggests she's only half kidding. That feel when your girlfriend becomes stronger than you, but you're somehow more attracted to her than ever. My face when she casually mentions she could break me in half like a Kit Kat bar. Tee-hee, Anon, just kidding, she says with that terrifying smile. The scary part is, I'm not entirely sure she is kidding anymore.